remind us all about how we can donate to those in need, especially during this cold winter season that we're dealing with. Jon brings us the latest, obviously, with Union Gospel Mission, talking about the 75th anniversary as we're entering a new year, what you guys have on the heels. But in addition to that, how you guys are helping others. Jon, thank you for coming here on Let's Chat today.
Always a pleasure to be here. We appreciate the opportunity to just help us tell the story.
Absolutely.
Of course, this is our 76th year. Right at the end of January, 1st of February, we'll celebrate our 76th anniversary. And what a history that the Union Gospel Mission has had. We've served almost 2.5 million meals. We've provided over 1.3 million nights of sleep. There's no counting how many pieces of clothing and household items, and then just the hundreds of thousands of hours of work training, study that we've been able to give to our guys who come through our programs. And so it's great. It's an honor for me to be able to be a part of such a huge legacy.
Absolutely. And for years and years of dedicated service in the community, I know that there's so many people who have been impacted just from the work that you guys have been able to do. And how touching is that, just to be a small part of someone's life that can make a big difference?
It's amazing. One of my favorite stories is a guy by the name of Keith, who came to us out of prison. He was over 60 years old and served over 40 years of his life in prison. And man, I was a little concerned. But he came out, he got in our program. Within 4 days, he had a job. Wow. He stayed with us about 4 months. Ended up just moving on and going on with his life. He still calls me, usually about once a month. He'll touch base with me and let me know he's doing great.
Oh, sweet. That is so empowering and such a special message for so many people. Obviously, that we know the incredible work that you guys do, and you kind of touched on some of what you do. Talking about the cold weather months, some things that we take for granted, whether that's coats, gloves, just having a warm building to be in. Tell me how we can help you guys out during these months.
Absolutely. Of course, one of our things we do is community outreach. And so those who still find themselves unhoused, whether they're in camps or on the street or wherever they might be, we try to reach out to them when the weather gets a little more dire, really cold, really hot. So this time of year, if we have blankets, hand warmers, coats, hats, anything like that, when we get an opportunity, we try to take them out and share those with those folks who can actually put them to use immediately.
Yeah.
And so those things are always welcome. Did I say hand warmers? Those are a great thing if someone wants to give some hand warmers. But and then just the normal stuff, hygiene items, soap, shampoo, hand sanitizer, toothbrushes, anything like that would be great.
It's something that I think a lot of us take for granted too. Obviously, we're dealing with weather mixes, different things that we deal with that might make some of us feel a little bit under the weather, sick. Is there any way that we can help people out who might maybe need like medicine products, or what does that look like?
Sure, cold medicine, just cough drops. Again, anything that you use on a daily basis, those folks need as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's something that reminded me during these colder months as we've been dealing with allergies or cold, flu season and things. A lot of us are blessed to be able to go home and bundle up or take the medicine, put on the heat warmer, whatever that may look like, but some of these people don't have that. And it even gets worse and can worsen symptoms, especially if you're sick out in these conditions. So something to certainly keep in mind. How else can we keep in touch with you guys expansion-wise? What are you guys doing this year?
Well, we're getting ready to break ground on our 8-bed expansion, 8 more beds, 8 more lives, and we're asking folks to donate to that by the foot. And so for $250, folks can prepare or provide 1 square foot of that piece of expansion, and we still need to raise about $130,000. And right now we're waiting on our surveyor and our foundation people to break ground. Everything's in place, and what a great opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life.
When you say 8 beds, 8 lives, how much does that really impact somebody's life? Having a bed, what does that impact?
Well, it does. Immediately, it impacts their immediate situation.
Sure.
If they're on the street, now they're in a bed. Now they're in a warm place, blankets, food, all those things. Our goal is to impact them into the future, helping them get a job, helping them conquer whatever demons they're facing, whatever challenges they're facing. And ultimately, our goal is to impact them for eternity by sharing the hope of Christ with them.
That's so special. And I know that you've touched so many lives throughout the way. Any other missions you want to touch on as you're looking into this year, upcoming banquets or anything that we could be a part of and share our support to you guys?
Well, of course, coming up Easter, we'll have our traditional Easter Sunday dinner down at the Bessie Smith Cultural Center. And then just looking forward to seeing where God leads us and what doors he opens for us to minister to folks.
Absolutely. Opening a great year as we're heading into the next month of February, and hopefully that there's going to be so many needs. And addition to that, so many ways that we can give back to you guys.
Absolutely.
Tell me again how we can reach you for the best possible
solution. The best way to get any information is go to our website. It's theuniongospelmission.org. If they'd like to call us, they can reach us at 423-752-4998.
Short, simple, and easy. And if you're showing that link there on the screen, there's a way to give right there. You can email them. You can get in touch with them as they're celebrating 76 great years here in the heart of Chattanooga, giving back to some of the vulnerable populations and to those in need. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Chat. If you want to be a part of that, please consider donating to the Union Gospel Mission, whether that's monetarily or giving just your time and energy.
Absolutely.
Anything that will certainly help. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Chat. We'll be right back after this.